Flamingo chef, show us what you got, with cocktails and dishes that hit the sweet spot.
Hey guys, Bill the Kansas Flamingo chef, and this is what's for dinner. This is going to be about the easiest dish you're ever going to make, and it's really going to be good. My ingredients are about as simple as they get. I've got a can of cream of mushroom soup. Now this is a large can. This is what, 26 ounces? You can see it's that lovely Kroger brand. It really doesn't matter. Cream of mushroom soup. I've got 2 seasonings. I've got Kinder's The Blend, which is just salt, pepper, and garlic. And then I also have another Kinder's. This is, because I like this buttery texture, it's called Cowboy Butter. If you haven't tried this stuff, wow. Great on steak, but it goes really well in a dish like this. So it's a Dijon butter and light chili seasoning, really good. Got a little bit of minced garlic. I'm only going to use about a teaspoon of this. I've got a half of a white onion, which is left over from a dish I did yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and use that. Yellow potatoes. If you can't find any yellow potatoes, you can use russet potatoes, but these have a buttery flavor. They're going to add a lot to the dish. And then last but not least, good old chicken breast. So the first thing to do is peel the potatoes. We're going to slice them into thin slices. And oh yeah, we're also going to need a baking dish and some olive oil. Potatoes are peeled. Now we're just going to slice them up. I'm just going to cut these into fairly medium thickness slices, like so. And do that with all of these potatoes. My potatoes all sliced. I'm just going to put some olive oil in the bottom of the pan, and then just transfer the potatoes to cover like so. It doesn't have to be perfectly covered, just kind of distribute it all around so you don't have a lot of open space anywhere, because they're also going to create a barrier on the bottom. Next, I'm going to dice up this half of an onion. And we're just going to kind of sprinkle that around across the bottom of the pan. On here, I'm going to add some seasoning. This is the salt, pepper, and garlic. Probably close to a tablespoon by the time it's done. And about the same amount of the cowboy butter. In fact, you can even go a little heavier on this, because that's where most of your flavor is going to come from. Next thing to do is to prepare the chicken. All right, it's time to turn on and preheat the oven. We're just going to go ahead and set this at 350 and let that start to warm up as we get ready to cut our chicken. And the objective here is I want to cut out as much of this fat as possible, because I don't need it in this dish. So just cut that side, roll it over, see if you've got any stragglers here. It doesn't look like it. And I'm just going to cut this into cross-section fillets, just cutting at a 45-degree angle down through the chicken breast, like that. And we'll just lay these in here. We'll go ahead and do another one. Now I'm just going to drop in a little bit of garlic, like so. It doesn't need a lot. I'm using about 2 teaspoons when it's all said and done, spreading it around. Now it's time for the soup. After I get the condensed soup out of the can, I'm going to add just a little bit of liquid to this. You could use milk, you could use cream, you could use water, whatever you prefer. I'm going to add just a little bit of heavy cream. I added about 2.5 to 3 ounces of cream, just to thin that out a little bit. We're just going to pour that right over the dish. We're going to put this in the oven at 350. The oven's almost preheated, and let it cook for about an hour and a half. All right, it's time to take it out of the oven. Oh my goodness, that smells amazing. We're going to go ahead and turn the oven off. So after an hour and a half, it's out. You can see it's still bubbling. In fact, you might be able to hear it. It's going to be a little bit before you can serve this. But what you can do while you're waiting is just kind of move everything around a little bit. Make sure those potatoes are completely done, which they are. How I like to serve this is I plate it just as it is, the potatoes and the meat together, and then I'll put some green beans or any other green vegetable, but green beans seem to go really well with this. I like greens too, sometimes I do that. Let's see what it looks like. And there is the finished product. Man, that is so good, and that dish is really hot. Hey, until next time, if you've got a dish you'd like me to make, you've got an idea or a question, all you got to do is drop me a line, bill@kansasflamingochef.com. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. It's very important. And a comment on these videos would be great. Check out my new website, kansasflamingochef.com, completely redone. Until next time, eat fabulous.
In the heart of Kansas, under sky so clear, lives a chef with a flair, bringing folks some cheer. With a pinch of love and a dash of zest, he's the Kansas Flamingo, and his meals are the best.